Hey everybody, welcome to Trailer Jury. I'm Jay,
And I'm Ren.
and we are doing the Fantastic Four First Steps trailer. All right, Ren, I am excited for this one as I am excited for all Marvel movies.
I'm just noticing this is another movie with the tag at the end. Fantastic Four, First Steps, Final Destination, Bloodlines, Karate Kid, Legends. Another movie in 2025 with like a secondary title. Yeah, this is like the fifth or sixth movie with the same naming scheme this year.
Yeah, there's quite a few Fantastic Four movies, but let's get into the trailer and talk about it after.
Okay.
Famous around the world.
Pedro.
Please welcome
And the guy from Stranger
the
Things.
Fantastic Four.
I love how retro
Mr.
it looks.
Fantastic,
The music and stuff is pretty old school
Invisible Woman.
and
Yeah.
retro.
Human Torch,
Copper Tone.
and the Thing.
So, like, is this taking place in the 50s?
Something I say.
Something like that, yeah.
just in
So,
the
it's
cartoon.
Marvel. It's part of the MCU, but it takes place
Remember late for
before?
Sunday dinner.
Yeah,
See,
it's a prequel.
Hey, what time is it?
Okay.
It's dinner time. Get inside.
It's dinner time.
Because he won't say clobbering time.
Is it Galact?
I
Oh,
herald his
they are doing
beginning.
Galactus.
I herald your end.
Alright, I was really worried about the
I
Silver
herald.
Surfer because of who is playing the Silver Surfer.
Mm-hmm.
Galactus.
The girl from Ozark. Because she's really, really
Oh.
tiny.
Oh, is that Julie Garland?
Are we safe?
I don't know.
He doesn't know, yet he's the smartest man on the planet.
The clock is
Mhm.
ticking.
Is that his
We're
wife?
going to find a solution. We are going to find it.
Yes.
You don't
Has
wanna
that
just
always been canon?
Crush him.
Yeah, pretty
like
much.
that.
They've always been a couple.
The four
Okay.
of us will face the danger.
And the flying car.
We will protect you.
Oh my god, they have Galactus
Family.
actually
It's
walking
about
the planet.
connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face
Since
it
none of
together.
this was mentioned in the other MCUs, I'm gonna say prequel and different timeline.
Maybe, yeah.
What time is it, Ben?
Wait, which Marvel movie had the Fantastic Four showing up after the credits?
Ooh.
I can't remember.
Can do a quick Google, but I don't remember that like that neither.
Yeah. Alright. I do like it. I'm excited.
Fantastic Four post-credit scene. Which MCU movie? Avengers. I don't know. It's saying Avengers Doomsday, but that's not out.
Yeah, that isn't out.
Yeah, so I don't know which movie had Fantastic Four.
Maybe it's this one. I can't remember. Because one of them has them like showing up to the present time.
Okay.
Or I seen something like that, so I'm not quite sure. But what I
Got
do
it.
like about this one is that it's in a different time period, and all the other MCU guys aren't there.
Me too. You already know, I was tired getting into this trailer. I'm like, oh joy, another superhero movie.
Yeah,
In 2025, we're not ending like a series, we're starting another one. It's not Batman 4. It's not like the conclusion, we're starting it.
Yeah.
But they did enough stuff to like make that interesting by removing all the other movies and worlds and
yeah. Well, this is the biggest problem I have with the MCU is that when it comes to like world-ending events, why don't all the people show up? Like you have these conflicts, and it's like, well, just why doesn't Spider-Man show up? Why doesn't this person show up? I'm like, this is a world-ending
A-listers.
conflict. They should all appear.
Assemble.
A-listers, and this is why when they like initially created the MCU, they were looking for like half unknown actors. They're like, the only way everyone can show up is if it's not fucking Tom Holland.
But it's like I feel like a lot of the MCU movies need to go back to more
This
like smaller villains and stuff like that, right? So like
right,
one of the Spider-Man movies was great. I think it was
Michael Keaton.
yeah, the one with Michael Keaton, the first one.
Yeah.
It was really good because it was a small, low-level guy.
Yep.
Even Iron Man and Lucky were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, don't worry about it. The authorities will handle it," type of thing.
Yeah.
But Iron Man was still there. It was just so beneath them that it was Spider-Man that thought he had to take care of it, which was a really nice story. But you get these other things like Black Panther 2, where the Atlanteans are threatening to destroy the world type of thing.
Okay.
And you get Wakanda that's like, oh no, we don't want anybody's help. I'm like, like T'Challa had friends, right?
Right.
That they could count on.
I don't think I've seen the second one.
It's actually really good.
Okay.
But yeah, I like the fact that this is more self-contained.
Yes.
And no other Avengers can show up.
Yes, it's taken place before that, and from the looks of it, I don't remember this type of catastrophe being in the history of like MCU phase 1 or 2 or 3. So I'm going to take a strong guess that this is a different timeline as well. So yeah, it's
'cause they
super
don't talk
self-contained.
about it.
Yeah, they don't talk about like, remember when Galactus just shit all over the world in the 50s and the Fantastic Four saved us?
What am I doing with my life?
Never heard that.
The alien.
Remember that one, Iron Man? It's like, no, I don't. It didn't happen in our...
Celestial showed up.
Yeah, that didn't happen in our timeline. I don't know what you're talking about. My dad didn't ever talk about, remember the World War II with the giant aliens.
Yeah. And I guess that's another problem with the MCU. It was like
It got full. It got pretty full.
Eternals, Marvel Eternals.
Oh, yeah, I went to watch the Eternals.
Yeah, so like the Celestial came out of the ground or out of the water, and then nobody talked about it until the latest Captain America movie,
Yeah, got you.
where it's like, oh, it's adamantium, which I'm super excited about because now we get the X-Men, woo, which there are no X-Men in.
This is a good... I mean, if this movie is supposed to be the first movie in like phase 5 or whatever the heck they're at,
Yeah, I have no idea what phase we're in anymore.
I cared during phase 1 and 2, possibly even 3, but then it was so many. But this is a good soft reset, It's just like you were saying, it's a self-contained story, and that is actually pretty huge.
Yeah, the second they opened up the multiverse,
Yeah.
it got a little crazy, and the fact that they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom, I think, is a mistake because now it's like, oh, no, nobody's dead. You die, you can just come back.
I didn't even know about that, dude.
Oh, spoilers! Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as Doctor Doom.
Okay.
They have to bring the Fantastic Four into it, and they have to bring them to the modern time because Doctor Doom is mostly a Fantastic Four villain,
Okay.
but he's fought everybody in the MCU at this point, but he originally, to my knowledge, was just a Fantastic Four villain.
So he's playing a new character with the same face from a different timeline.
Yeah, so
That's not
essentially,
confusing at all.
No, not at all. But I think what they're going for is kind of Tony Stark kind of went evil and became Doctor Doom.
In some other timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this gonna be like Injustice, where Superman is pulled in from a different universe, but he sees like, you know what? I'll stop being evil Superman and I'll try. Is this gonna be
Maybe.
that? Oh my God! Stop stealing from the DC video games and animated universe. Stop it.
Yeah, I just like how Galactus is Galactus in this one.
Yes.
Like the last Fantastic Four movie that had Galactus, he's like, oh, he's a swirling ball of smoke. I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Why would you ever do that?
Because CGI
Yeah.
and VFX, and they ran out of money, and they're like, what? We're over budget. Make it a swirling smoke.
I don't know. I think actually making a full size actual Galactus would be cheaper than swirling smoke.
It
Because,
depends.
it would just be motion capture at that point. When swirling smoke is more like particle
VFX.
physics.
Yeah, yeah. That was a choice.
Yeah. Well, it was a bad choice.
So I was actually watching another video from a YouTuber called Tulok and Mango, where he was just gauging about like how films are made these days and stuff like that. And he
Yeah.
was saying movies kind of skip the pre-production stage these days,
Oh yeah.
just because it is considered a waste of money. And why pre-produce if you can just jump into production and fix it all in post? Which, if that's the case, that explains why we have like Galactus as like a swirling ball of smoke. Like they're just figuring it out as they go.
Yeah. Our viewers should probably go check out. I believe it's episode 1 of Jay's Corner, and we dive deeply into that shit.
Copy that.
Blatant plug.
Hey, no, yeah, we just plugged another channel, so definitely plug ourselves, obviously.
Right? Check
But
us out on
credit where it's
Twitch.
due. You know, I'm not trying to just be like, I heard it on another channel. I heard it here on YouTube, folks. Where all the cool kids hang.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm hoping with this one is that they don't show how they got their powers, because that's a big chunk of time that they would have to waste. And, Spider-Man didn't do it, and, it worked out just fine. I think at this point, if you're going to go see this movie, you probably know kind of how the Fantastic Four got their powers.
Yeah, it's part of the cultural collective, you know?
Yeah.
Batman, the new one, it didn't really go into his backstory of why did he become Batman. It just jumped into he's Bruce Wayne and he's protecting the city. And yeah, I think superhero movies should definitely skip the origin phase at this point in culture.
Unless it's a very obscure superhero.
Sure. I like the Eternals had to do a bit more backstory stuff because I'll be honest, I didn't really exactly know.
I didn't know who the Eternals were. And, I have large comic book collection, but, most of my comic books are X-Men, right?
Right.
Gotta get those Gambit comics.
But other than it being obscure characters, yeah, please skip, like, Batman's Batman because his parents died.
Well, they did that with the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. They just, jumped into it kind of thing.
Yes,
He's
they
like, "Oh, he's
did.
Batman.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure this movie's going to do the same thing because, the very first shot we saw was them just being, introduced to, a studio audience as themselves. And, the guy in the street who keeps going, hey, say your catchphrase. It's clobbering time. These look like people, they know who they are, you know?
Yeah.
They're actually just part of this world, and that's good because just like you said, that is a waste of screen time. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I think the Fantastic Four fucked up on this one, or the characters, because it looks like they wake up Galactus.
Oh, okay. You mean the characters in the story fucked up? I thought you were giving the movie praise and just switching to like, actually, I think they fucked up the Fantastic Four. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, they're stupid.
Fuck
No,
this
because
movie.
look at this scene. They're in space.
Yeah.
They're on a spaceship, and right here, it looks like Galactus was sleeping, and he's waking up. You see
Right.
that?
Yeah.
So I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg.
Right.
Did the Silver Surfer show up and then they go to space? Or did they go to space, wake up Galactus, then the Silver
Surfer.
then the Silver Surfer shows up?
She
Who knows?
sells Silver Surfer seashells at the sea. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you look at this scene here, I mean,
Okay.
this is just editing. Obviously, it's a trailer. But the sequence of events as shown in the trailer looks like the Silver Surfer just shows up from the sky.
Yeah.
But we don't know if this is chronologically the order of shots in the film, right? It's
Yeah,
a trailer.
yeah.
They could just be moving around. As we complained about the previous two films, completely dicked us and tricked us. This
Yeah,
one
I don't
looks. This one looks a little formulaic, but back to basics formulaic, if that makes any sense, like a self-contained story, you know?
Yeah.
So that's where MCU did best and shone brightest. Shine brightest? Shone? I don't know. Is
Shined.
shown a word? Shined.
Yeah. I like the characters
Yeah.
that they've got. Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn. I love Joseph Quinn. And Eben Moss Backrack.
Baccarat.
From The Bear. I like him in The Bear. I think he's pretty good. But it looks like the Thing grows a beard
Huh.
in this movie. Like you're seeing him and he looks like clean face, but then you have the scene
Show me the scene.
where the Human Torch is riding him and they're like coming down to Earth and he looks like he grew a beard. He has a beard. Look at that.
Shit.
It looks like the guy who plays the Red Guardian and is the sheriff from Stranger Things. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's hilarious.
So, if this is supposed to be an Easter egg, I guess the movie does not take place over a week, so to speak. You know?
Yeah.
He had enough time to grow a Thing beard from looking like this. So, yeah, you're right. He definitely has a beard at 2:04.
Yeah.
And I guess that gives us a rough idea that this movie takes place over like months. Galactus is probably like destroying the streets of America, and like they're like some secret rogue force that has to fight back. By which point he has a beard.
It is a pretty nice looking beard.
It's actually pretty sick for a stone beard. You know? It's got like shards and shit and splinters coming out of the rock face. That's fucking cool.
So Superman has to use his eye lasers to shave, and Thing just has to use a chisel.
Like a Greek statue.
I don't know, man. Like I like this trailer. I think this movie will be pretty good. It shows us who the villain is, but it doesn't really give us too much of a story.
Yeah.
It does look like it's in a different timeline. You got people driving in weird looking cars in the 50s.
Yeah. Definitely got that 50s different timeline vibe, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and who you got directing this? Max Shackman?
Yeah, we already talked about that. He's the dude from It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
And
Did some Game of Thrones. It's WandaVision.
this might be his first or second movie, but he's good behind the camera.
Yeah, it definitely looks like this is his first movie, but
No, it looks like he had a movie in 2014 called Cut Bank. Second movie.
his first big movie.
His first big movie. But he's been on big shows, you know? He's been on Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, WandaVision, Welcome to Chippendales. I don't know what that is. But
Welcome to Chippendales.
Yeah.
That's about strippers, male strippers.
Well, he made that too, or directed that. Basically, in good hands. In good hands is what we're saying.
Yeah. But the even with the Marvel movies, we know that the studio is still pretty
They're
heavy-handed.
very heavy-handed.
So even him directing this movie, of course, the studio is going to be quite involved.
Yeah.
So probably not total freedom, especially because it's Fantastic Four. It's not like the situation with Guardians of the Galaxy where nobody knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy was, and they gave
James Gunn,
Taika Waititi like free reign. Oh no, wait.
Was it Taika?
No, that was James Gunn. They gave James Gunn free reign. Taika
Yeah.
Waititi was Thor.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So, they kind of gave him free reign to do what he wanted with that one.
Yep.
So, hopefully they give them a little bit more free reign to do these movies.
Looks good to me. I mean, I
Yep.
was ready to come in and hate on it, but the trailer showcased they're going in a different angle from all the things I was going to be hateful about. Here's another one, and it's actually, it's a soft
Yeah.
reboot. It won't even have any of the previous throwbacks and callbacks, and I'm like, well, okay then.
They still could fuck it up.
Well, they're bringing RDJ back as a new character, so there's some sort of callback. So yeah, there's definitely room for error. I can already see the studio involvement in the production, right?
Yeah.
What if we bring back one of the most famous faces, right? So we'll see. The trailer was good.
Trailer's good. I think this movie's going to be pretty good. And, it could lower down to it was okay. But I don't think it's going to be well, that was dog shit. This is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. I don't think he'll get down to that level.
I don't want to say anything because I was excited for Karate Kid and 28 years later, and I ended up disliking both. So I'm tired of just jinxing myself. So I'll just say, I'm just going to leave it at, yeah, that was a pretty cool trailer. I'll go check it
Yeah.
out. And I don't want to say anything else.
Yeah, well, it's coming out soon, July 25th. We're a little late with this video, so
But that's why we did the newest trailer.
check it out. We'll be checking it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Yep.
I trust this trailer. I think it's going to be a decent movie.
I like the trailer and I'll check it out.
You what?
I enjoyed the trailer and I'll check it out. I'm not going to give it
Yeah.
any more claims, like I said. I've been burned before.
Yeah.
This is the one. I'm sure of it. Oh,
This is the
jeez. Oh, jeez. I got tricked again, huh?
Every time.
Every freaking time.
Yeah. All right, everybody. That's kind of our review. I know we talked about a lot more other stuff than this trailer.
Which is fun.
Which is fine.
Which is fun because we all have some sort of ADHD, and that's how we just bounce back. But we came back around. We bounced
Yep.
back to the points.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to say. It looks pretty straightforward to me. So
Mhm.
that's it. Thanks, everybody.
Leave some comments. We love
Please
interacting.
subscribe. I beg you.
Well, that too. That too.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good one.
You too. Yeah, you too. Have a good one, you guys.
You
Bye.
too, right? All right. Bye.
Bye.